Good afternoon and thanks for joining me on Word at Noon. My name is Remy Allen. 3 female candidates have been elected into Ondo State House of Assembly in the just concluded legislative election held across the state. The elected women who contested on the platform of All Progressives Congress are Whitespoon Atinuke, Owo Constituency 2, Anna Fayemi, Ilaje Constituency 2, and Oluwatose Ogunlowo, Idonre Constituency. However, 4 incumbent lawmakers suffered defeat at the polls. They are Tomide Akinribido, Ondo West Constituency 1, Favour Tomomewo, Ilaje Constituency 2, Taufik Mohammed, Akoko Northwest Constituency 2, and Toluwani Borokini, Akure South Constituency 1. Other incumbent lawmakers that emerged victorious at the polls are Oluwole Emmanuel Ogunmolashui, Owo Constituency 1, Majority Leader Oladiji Olamide Ondo East, Ololade Gbegudu Kitupla Constituency 2, and Abayomi Akinruton Ilaje Constituency 1, who is winning for the 3rd term. In the meantime, amid voter apathy that greeted the governorship and state assembly elections held at the weekend, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has declared some candidates winners of the exercise. Governor Seyi Makinde of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, was declared winner of the 2023 governorship election in Oyo State with total votes of 563,756 to defeat his major rival and candidate of All Progressives Congress APC, Senator Teslim Folarin, who pulled 256,685. Declaring the results at the INEC office in Ibadan, the state returning officer, Professor Adebayo Bamire, said Makinde, having satisfied all the necessary requirements, was declared winner of the contest. The governorship candidate of the PDP in Akwa Ibom State, Umobasi Eno, won the election by pulling 354,348 votes, defeating Young People's Party YPP candidate Senator Albert Bassey, who pulled 136,262. Declaring the winner, the returning officer, Professor Emmanuel Adigo, said the APC candidate Obon Akanimo Udofia came third with 129,602 votes, while LP candidate scored 4,746. In Kwara State, Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has been declared winner of the Saturday's governorship election. INEC's returning officer, Professor Isaac Itodo, said Abdulrazak of the APC won in all the 16 local government areas of the state, polling the highest votes of 272,242 to defeat his closest rival, Shuaibu Yaman of the PDP, who scored 155,490, while Akim Lawal of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, came third with 18,922. Meanwhile, candidate of the APC in Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, succeeded in his re-election bid, having been declared winner, scoring 276,298 votes, against his closest rival, Adebukola Adebutu of the PDP, who pulled 262,383. The state returning officer, Professor Kayode Adebowale, said Abiodun fulfilled all requirements, having scored the highest votes, and was hereby declared winner. In Jigawa State, APC candidate Malam Umar Namadi was declared winner of the governorship election. Namadi, who is the incumbent deputy governor, defeated Mustafa Sule Lamido of the PDP and Malam Aminu Ibrahim Rijim of the NNPP. Declaring the results, the state returning officer, Professor Muhammad Umar, said Namadi pulled a total of 618,000 449 votes to Lamido's 368,726 and Regame's 37,256 votes. INEC also declared Governor Inuayaya of Gombe State winner of the election in the state. The INEC returning officer, Professor Maimuna Waziri, who made the declaration, said Yahaya of APC scored 342,821 votes to defeat his closest rival, Jubrin Brady of PDP, who put 233,131 votes. In our related developments, the candidate of the New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, Abbas Yusuf, has been declared winner of the governorship election in Kano. Yusuf was declared winner today after defeating his closest rival and candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC, Nasiru Yusuf Gawuna. Declaring Yusuf winner, the returning officer of the governorship poll, Professor Ahmed Doko Ibrahim, said Yusuf of the NNPP won with 1,019,602 to beat Gawuna of APC, who polled 890,705. Before the declaration of gubernatorial election results in Kano, the state government imposed a dawn-to-dusk curfew across the state. Also, INEC has declared Bala Muhammad of PDP winner of Saturday's governorship election with 525,280 votes against his closest rival, Sadiq Abubakar of APC, who put 432,272 votes. The returning officer, Professor Abdul Karim Mohammed, declared the incumbent governor, Mohammed, the winner, having fulfilled all the requirements of the law. In the same vein, Governor Abdullahi Sule of APC has been declared winner of the governorship election in Nasarawa State by INEC. Professor Ishaya Tanko, INEC State Coalition Officer and Returning Officer, said the APC candidate pulled a total of 347,209 votes to defeat his closest opponent, David Umar Gadu, candidate of PDP, who got 283,016 votes. Away from election results, a day after being accused of war crimes by the International Criminal Court, President Vladimir Putin has made a surprise visit to the Russian-occupied Ukrainian city of Mariupol, a Ukrainian city in the Donetsk region, which has been occupied by Moscow's forces since May of last year. Putin flew to Mariupol by helicopter and drove around several districts of the city. Reports of the Mariupol visit came a day after Putin traveled to Crimea to mark the 9th anniversary of Russia's annexation of the Black Sea Peninsula from Ukraine. Putin visited a new residential neighborhood that had been built by the Russian military, with the first people moving in last September. The visit to Mariupol was the first that Putin has made to the Russian-occupied parts of Ukraine's Donbas region since the war started, and the closest he has come to the front lines. Legal experts say former U.S. President Donald Trump could be charged in New York as soon as this week for allegedly covering up hush money payments to a porn star during his 2016 presidential campaign, nearly 7 years after the money changed hands. This is as Trump says he expects to be arrested on Tuesday and has urged his supporters to launch mass protests. Akintunde Akinshemola has details.
A rhino lose.
Former U.S. President Donald Trump has said he expects to be arrested on Tuesday, calling on his supporters to protest as prosecutors consider charges over a hush money payment to a porn star. On his social media platform, Truth Social, Trump posted that the leak from the Manhattan office indicated, quote, "The far and away leading Republican candidate and former President of the United States of America will be arrested on Tuesday of next week." Trump, whose supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021 in a failed attempt to overturn his 2020 election defeat, wrote, quote, "Protests take our nation back." A spokesman for Trump said the former president has not been notified of any arrest. Trump provided no evidence of leaks and did not discuss the possible charges. The probe comes at a critical time as Trump seeks re-election nomination for the presidency in 2024. No U.S. president has faced criminal charges while in office or afterwards. The spokesperson for Manhattan District Attorney, Alvin Brigg, declined to comment. His office has been investigating a $130,000 payment made by Trump's former personal lawyer, Michael Cohen, to porn star Stormy Daniels in the run-up to the 2016 election. Trump has called the investigation a witch hunt, and Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has decried the investigation. He announced his own investigation into whether federal funds are being used to interfere in the elections by what he described as a political. He announced his own investigation into whether federal funds are being used to interfere in the elections by what he called and described as a politically motivated prosecution of Trump. Trump has said he would continue campaigning even if he's charged with a crime. Akintunde Akinshemola for Osrc News.
The Chinese pair of Zheng Siwei and Wang Yaojun has defeated Xiu Songjae and Chai Young of Korea 2-1 in the mixed doubles final at the All England Badminton Open. The Korean pair struggled to upset their top-seeded opponents in the final set of the final. And with that, we conclude World at Noon. Thanks so much for watching. Good afternoon.